As a member of the Montgomery County Council, I'm fully aware that Montgomery County is home to hundreds of nonprofits. One of those is Caring Matters. They provide grief support for children and adults, as well as non-medical hospice support. Recently, one of their own learned she is suffering from a terminal illness. In this video, former Caring Matters board member Allison Henderson gave us a glimpse inside the fight of her life.
My name is Allison Henderson, and I'm 58 years old. My family's from Western Pennsylvania, but my family moved to West Virginia when I was young, so I was really raised in Charleston, West Virginia. Went through public school, public college, got degrees in political science. Applied for a job in Washington to do Lotus 1, 2, 3 tables a long time ago, and that's been my only job. I've been at Westat for 30 plus years. I figured I had 8 years to work, and I wanted to make a change. And I had been working with an executive coach who was just wonderful. And I also completed Leadership Montgomery. In Leadership Montgomery, the core program, I'm a 2019 grad, and it showed me that I'd kind of gotten off track with my values at work. You know, it's just easy to do when you get up every day. And starting in December of 2017, I started losing a lot of weight, and I had made this sojourn to Auschwitz-Birkenau that Christmas. It was something very meaningful for me to do, but when I was there, it really became apparent how much weight I had lost. I just started to feel really sick and exhausted. So I went to my doctor, and I had, they told me I had adult onset diabetes, which didn't exactly make sense to me, but we tried treating that, and I just kept losing more and more weight, and I'm like, something is wrong. My primary care doctor said, why don't you up your Prozac, because you're obviously nervous about this, which kind of peeved me from a women's health perspective. I finally took it upon myself that I have to find what's wrong with me. So I went to an endocrinologist, and she, again, did the test, and she said high-achieving women often have problems with managing diabetes because they can't control it. So she suggested I double my Prozac. I went to my GI. She's a nurse practitioner. She had me diagnosed within the day, and when I was diagnosed, it was pretty devastating. Pancreatic cancer is one of those ones that you don't really come out of, and it has morphed into stage 4. It has spread to the liver and kidneys and lungs as well. And I've been involved with Caring Matters for a long time, and kind of see hospice through that lens as kind of the caregiver lens. And having lost both of my parents to cancer, I knew what the deal was. I knew it was a death sentence. It was like, I need to go home. I need to go home and just relax. But that day was just horrible. I'm worried, of course. I jumped 10 steps ahead to, I don't want to be in pain. I don't want drama. I don't want this and that. What about my daughter? You know, I'm really concerned about her. And then my big thing, which everybody laughs at me about, is I have 2 cats that I'm going to have to rehome. And I was just like, well, you know, everybody else will be fine but my cats. So that's kind of got the things that just go through your head. I just feel incredibly strong that people need to think of death and dying as just part of their general wellness plan. And don't get me wrong, even if you have everything planned out in advance, there's still a million forms to fill out in the healthcare sector. But it really has allowed me to focus on what my oncologist calls the golden moments. And right now he says I'm in my golden phase of probably where I'm going to be my healthiest right now. But I would much rather be spending my time with my daughter. We just took a wonderful trip out to California, seeing my brother and my nieces. And, you know, I've had some of the best times of my life in this period. And, you know, I'm not gonna, people are like, yeah, but you're dying. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not dead, you know? So it has just really given me the opportunity to kind of close out nicely. My oncologist, he just focuses on my tumor, and I'm glad about that. But they take care of my any side effects I might have from chemo. They help me with my spiritual and emotional sides, which has been just amazingly important to me because, when you work every day, I feel like I wasn't always in touch with my spiritual side and whatnot. And, when you're dying, that's the time when you got to figure it out. Working with the spiritual side, and this also kind of predates my diagnosis, is I started having visions of light, which for me, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, But as I've gotten deeper and deeper and working with my chaplain, and we meditate a lot, and he's just really helped me kind of connect to a bigger world, whatever that may be. And I want to be able to make connections with my daughter, and so I'm always trying to, well, how would I make a connection, what the other way around, from the universe to her. And, I can't say I know where we all go or anything, but it's put me at ease. I've had no death trauma so far. I am truly at peace with where this is going and how it's going to end. And that I owe a lot to the hospice people for that. It's a lot of work being positive, and I can see sometimes why people just want to crawl up into a ball and be bitter. But I really wanted to value my time that was my choice, that my family trumped me having a pity party all the time, although I have them every once in a while. And there's tons of resources in this county, tons. And I've decided at this point not to be part of cancer support groups because I'm just not ready to focus more on my disease in my life right now. But if you need them, they're there. Caring Matters has excellent grief programs for children. It's not just about the person who's dying, it's about the whole caregiving family, and the Camp Aaron for children. It's just phenomenal what these volunteers do. And they're here and just waiting to be used. I did post a Facebook post today showing me with no makeup and with my natural hair, and I'm very vain about my hair, and I wanted to post it to speak my own truth and to show really what happens as you go along this journey. It made me feel kind of good and relieved to do that, but it was just important to me to show to people who may be in this situation, who are friends, that there's a lot that goes with it and a lot of loss. Keep an open mind, enjoy the journey. Yes, it's sad, and it's always in the back of my mind that I have an expiration date coming up, but the joy that I get from being with my daughter and my brother and my nieces and just getting out and doing things I love to do, it just has put me so at peace. And so I would encourage people to fight that bitterness and that sadness as much as you can, even though it won't go away 100%. And take this as an opportunity to just embrace life one last time.